Am I the a-hole for exposing my pervy uncle and for not pretending that he's a good guy just because he died? My uncle 48 had a habit of leering at my teenage cousins even though they were his nieces. He always initiated hugs with them, and when hugging them his hand just always looked a bit too low on their backs, and many times I saw him staring at his niece's cleavage. Also, he would also post pics of him with women from his workplace, all attractive, and much younger than him. It's a finance job, not a modeling gig. It's obvious he purposely only hung out with the attractive women. On Facebook, he was always posting about how much money he made on some deal. As far as I know, he didn't do anything more than that. He just made girls feel like this older, overweight dude is eye-ficking them, and he never seemed to do anything in his free time that didn't put him near some younger women and girls. Anyway, he died a couple of weeks ago from diabetes, and the funeral was last week. The service went smoothly and anyone who talked about him mainly focused on his work accomplishments. After we buried him, people gathered around and had snacks. I was in a group of about 7 people, including some cousins, an uncle, and an aunt. My uncle and aunt were talking about how selfless he was, telling a story about how he helped people he barely knew, like my cousin's 19-year-old friend, by helping her move furniture. I remember this. The girl had a housewarming and invited my cousin and some friends over for. She told my cousin she could bring some friends, and on the night of the party, my cousin told me about it. She said she wanted me to come because I was studying too hard lately. She invited me in front of some family including my uncle. The uncle invited himself over because my cousin said she could bring friends. My cousin hesitated because he just gave major creepy vibes and thought that we were young girls. Of course, the people in her friend's house would be younger girls too. He came with us because no one felt like telling him no. At the party, he's the oldest one, everyone was 20. Below, but he chimes in every conversation and creeps everyone out. In the middle of the party, the host said she needed help to move furniture around and make things look better. My uncle's ears perk up and he says he has a professional interior designer friend, and he'd love to help her. He then asks, how's Saturday? I'm supposed to see her then anyway. You'll love my friend. She's great, she said. Yeah. That works. And I could sense the hesitation in her voice. I got the feeling that he used his female friend to make the 19-year-old feel more comfortable about him coming over. So Saturday came and the interior designer together with my uncle came to her house once again. I heard that after the interior designer left, he stayed back to talk with her for a long while before she finally got the guts to say she had to go and couldn't talk to him anymore. This was about 8 p.m. and then the designer left at 4. Going back to his burial, after my uncle and aunt tell the story about my deceased uncle helping someone he barely knew, I said, well, I think he was just trying to hit on her. Everyone gave me a shocked look, except my younger cousins. They looked like their day had just brightened up because someone finally said it. Everyone else just walked away and didn't say anything, like they hadn't heard